Stop chasing, okay? Listen, welcome to another live, right? Another lock-in session where we go over profitable setups that you can catch before the market closes and into next week. Okay, we here every day, 11:30 a.m. Pacific, 2:30 Eastern. All right, we about to lock in. Listen, today, again, in the group, we called two bangers with the second banger being a honey bun for a lot of people. All right, let's get in here. I'm gonna let y'all climb on in here so we can start going over, the plays that we took that worked out, of course, and then what we're seeing now in the setups. I'm gonna analyze the ones that I have. I'm gonna review some for yesterday that we're starting to set up and have confirmations today, and then I'm gonna take some some stocks from y'all, and we're gonna get into it. All right, as you come in, make sure you hit that like button. Right, it's in the description. So you already know if you come in this, just hit the doot. That's it. That's all I need from you. All right, just doot. 1 second. Matter of fact, right now, we're going to take how to take a little moment of silence? We're going to take a little moment of silence. Doot. Hit the button right now. Hit the button right now. I see more eyes than I see likes. That's out of balance. Come on. I'm never going to gatekeep the levels. Do not gatekeep the likes. All right, let's get it. Who we got up in here, man? We got Adam in the building. What up, Adam? We got QTZ in here. We got the real Liz, not the fake one, okay? Not the fake one. All right. Hey, look, I already know. Like, Liz, we're gonna get the SanDisk. We're gonna get the SanDisk in a second. I already know. We definitely gonna get the UNH. Yep. I got UNH. I got SanDisk on there. I didn't have UNH. I got UNH now. Yeah, we gonna get there. Again, as y'all coming in, come on in here. Let me know where y'all chiming in from. Let me know what y'all got going on. Drop in the comment. Matter of fact, y'all go ahead and bleed the comments with y'all performance today. I want to hear from y'all. What was y'all profits? Drop y'all profit percentages in the chat. Just type it out. What was y'all best profit today? Type it in the chat. Messing around with these levels on the live and in TPC. Y'all just put it in the chat what y'all did. All right, Miss Ash, how you feeling? Ash Cash. Jamie, what up? What up? Brittany, how you feeling? Good to see you. Look, listen, NVIDIA was a straight banger. Absolutely, James. Good to see you, man. Coop, P, what up? What up, P? So can you go over NVIDIA play with it being at the top like that? I'm just wondering how you were convicted enough to take it. Yeah, absolutely. We can definitely go over that. All right. So I'll put that on there. We're doing NVIDIA breakdown, Ain't nothing to it. Doot, you already know. Kent, what up, man? Good to see you. Nawan, how you feeling? Jamal, what's going on, brother? Miguel, how you feeling? Look at that. 66% James, 80% from Liz, 313% from Ash Cash, disgusting. All right? Y'all get in here, man. Again, like I said, as soon as y'all join, do me a favor and just hit that like button. That's all I ever ask. If you hit that like button, I'm going to keep coming and giving y'all. Listen, I'm going to be real with y'all. This right here is what y'all been paying for over there, right? It's a lot of people that's in TPC, so I'm not talking about people in TPC. I'm talking about the people that quietly watch. Nope, hey, it ain't no love lost, right? I used to quietly watch. But get in here. I want to talk to you for a second. All right. This live is more game than you might be getting over there that you might have paid for, because you got sucked into some sort of algorithm or looks or things look better than what they are type of deal. You know what I mean? Get on in here, hit the like button. We got something for y'all today. All right. Who else? What else we got in here? Come on, man. Look. Just look at the chat. Just look at the chat. I'm not telling them to say this. They say this is what they got. NVIDIA, 46%. Come on, Nawan. Jamal, 160% on NVIDIA. Come on. Yoli, come through, Yoli, with 560% on shop. Ridiculous. Okay? QTZ, 26% on IWM. NVIDIA, 86% from these plays. Come on. Doot. Come on. You already know. Hit that like button, man. Like, what y'all doing? What y'all doing? All right? D, good to see you. Hey, Stoic. What you do, Stoic? Hold on, what's Stoic at? Stoic 30% on Nvidia. Easy money. At work. Stoic said he at work, so he couldn't really, get it like he wanted to get it, but he was still able to go grab a quick 30% while at work on those plays. 4% on Amazon to close it out. Jamie, 920% on you. I saw that play too. You was a banger. Shout out to you, no pun intended, on getting 920% on you. All right? Messing around with another Discord is a thing. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, this the one. Right? Be on the early end of this. Right? Everybody in here is on the early end of this. Y'all have no idea where we're going with this. And I'm not saying this from a perspective of like us. I'm talking about this is a flex for us, right? The people in the group got the best profit percentage. The people in the group wind up being the best traders. The people in the group go off and take care of their family. And y'all never even heard of them. Real change. Real change. All right? What up, Michelle? From Detroit. What up, though? Detroit, what up, though? All right. There we go. Miss Virgo, 114% on the video. We're gonna keep going through this. We doing a roll call right now. Zay, what up, man? 120% on Nvidia. Come on. That's awesome. Francine said, I've learned so much. 48% on spot. Beautiful. I'm still averaging 13% on wins, but I'm moving on up. Let's go. Come on, man. Look, give yourselves a hand this week. Like, real talk. Real talk. Give yourselves a hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. Real talk. It's been going crazy. My first week in the group, and I've turned my notifications on. It's up. Yes. I'm telling you, next week is gonna be, listen. We about to go over some levels right now. I got quite a bit. We got about 10 before we even get to y'all stuff. All right? There's some stuff brewing in the market right now that is going to be crazy next week. All right? So we're gonna lock into that, but I just wanted to make sure that I gave y'all all y'all flowers, man. Like, celebrated y'all getting these wins. Like, this is what it's all about right here. All right? So I always miss the good entry points and then get out too early when it's going to hit. Hey, Michelle, check this out, right? Don't be too hard on yourself, right? It's like this is a new skill, right? You got to settle into it. You know what I mean? There'll be something that you catch for sure. There'll be something that you catch. Just keep showing up, keep working on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like keep absorbing the teachings. And at some point you're gonna be rocking and rolling, I promise you. All right. Again, y'all, if y'all are just joining, go ahead and hit that hit that like button, right? Just stoop one time for me. And like I said, I never gatekeep the levels. All right, so we're gonna jump into what I'm seeing, right? So I'm just gonna give you a rundown of what I already have, so that y'all don't have to worry about dropping anything in the comments that I'm already gonna cover. All right, so feel free to start dropping right after I go over this. All right, so I'm gonna go over Palantir. All right, I'm gonna go over Dollar General, right? Because we talked about Dollar General yesterday on the live, and we wanted to see some confirmation. I'm gonna talk about URI. I'm going to talk about Apple. I'm going to talk about GE. I'm going to talk about SanDisk. I can see Liz right now, like, goddamn. All right. I'm going to talk about Mara. I'm going to talk about CDE. I'm going to talk about CoreWeave. I'm going to talk about QQQ. And I'm going to talk about UNH. And I'm also going to go over how we caught NVIDIA. All right, so we gotta, if you can rock with me, it's probably gonna be a long one today. But if you can rock with me, I'm telling you, you're gonna go into next week with so much information. All right, so make sure you got your notes out. Make sure you you open and ready and prepared to learn. All right, so we're gonna jump right into it. All right, let's jump right into it. All right. All right. So I'm going to go to Palantir first. What about Palantir? All right. Palantir is currently bearish, right? But it is sitting in this bullish order block. What I would have loved to see was it to just stay put and pump his brakes right here at 147. If it could have just stayed put at 147, right, then we could have been really considering swinging this, right? Earnings is on what, Monday evening, I believe, either Monday or Tuesday. It says 3 days, so I'm assuming it's Tuesday, right? Hold on, Saturday, Sunday, yeah, so probably Monday. It's bearish. If it closes like this, yes, it's still in the bullish order block, but it would be a little risky because it is bearish. It did break below this level right here, this level where the double bottom was forming. So could this still be considered a double bottom? Absolutely. It could still absolutely be considered a double bottom because, again, I told you, candlesticks are an art. So sometimes coming down to and retesting a level is not the exact level. It's like slightly lower or slightly higher. All right, so we got to leave a little bit of wiggle room. And again, like I said, it is in this bullish order block. So we're probably going to see a strong bounce, like next week. For people who are interested in getting leaps, okay, I know this is what a lot of people have been waiting for. If you are interested in getting leaps in Palantir, this is the area. Simple. This is the area. Yes, it could still come down to here. It might come down to like 143. But if you're in leaps, that little $3 that you could possibly lose, from it coming down here is not going to mean anything in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, 8 months, right? You get Palantir out for a year or 2 years at this level, you're going to eat. Here's why. We go up to the high. All right. And again, as y'all are coming in, just hit that like button for me. All right. That's all I ask. I'm going to give y'all so much information today. All right. 27%, 26%. 26% Palantir is down. 20% is the threshold for leaps on great companies. Palantir is a great company. If you don't believe me, go and look at how it's performed over the past year, right? It's a great company. Go look at the income statement. Go look at the balance sheet, right? Go look at their assets. Go look at their cash flow. Go look at their earnings per share. Go look at all those indicators of a solid company. Go look at the leadership, all right? All of those things are intact. This is a solid company to swing. The only scenario where this is not a solid company to swing is if this market decides to go into a full bear market. And we can't predict that, right? We cannot 100% predict the bear market. But if I'm correct on the next wave up, we will be going to retrace highs, and then we'll be going to find new highs. All right? So if you catch something like this 27% down, you are getting all of that while you're in your leap, and you don't have to try to predict the days that it's going to pump. So the inevitable days that a stock like this runs, so the days that we might get a 5% or a 7 to 10% run on a day, you already are positioned in that trade, right? You don't have to worry about that. When it finally does get the highs and everybody's like, oh my God, it's going higher, or it just breaks out, in an unprecedented way, or get some sort of crazy news, you will already be positioned. Also, if it does decide that it wants to, break through this level, the next level is 128, right? Your drawdown will not be ridiculous because, again, you'll have it out for a year or so. I would recommend 2 years, right? Just so that you can just completely sit back and let it accumulate with no stress. All right. 2 years out would be great. If if 2 years is too expensive, I think a year would do it, would do it well as well. If you are concerned about price and stuff like that, then you can wait for confirmation. All right. It is at a really good price. Confirmation is obviously going to give you a little bit less of a entry because it has to come up to give a bullish confirmation. But like I said, if you don't want to see drawdown, or you want to be 100% sure that this is moving in the other direction, then you can wait for the bullish confirmation, right? So just just like a higher high, a higher low, and then another candle like to actually go and close, right? To show bullish direction. That's completely fine by me if that's the approach that you want to take. But Palantir, especially with with earnings coming up, looks like it is ready to to initiate a nice leap, right? A nice little retracement back to at least this level, and then we see from there. All right, but again, like I said, if you got it a year out, you're not worried about this this short term stuff. This is, you got to think, the last time this was here was it came down here in November, and when it was here in November, it at least bounced up to here, right? It bounced up to 200, so it bounced a whole over $50 the last time it was at this level, right? So we got one touch, two touch, and this is the third touch. So this is the one that should send it. All right. All right. So that's Palantir. In terms of short term, I'm not saying play this on earnings. I'm not telling y'all to do that. I'm not saying it won't go crazy, but I'm not telling you to go play earnings. Also because IV crush and stuff like that. So you never know what type of trickery they try to play. They may drop it down on earnings just to the bottom of this level to spook people, or maybe slightly under here, and then send it up. All right, so I would be patient on trying to play the weeklies, but here is a good area for leaps. All right, so that's Palantir. Let's go back to Dollar General, because this was a good one that was forming yesterday, but we just needed to get confirmation. All right, I was liking what I was seeing on this one. All right, what do we? All right, I'm gonna come back to y'all, because this is what it's about, right? It's about you guys understanding what's going on. All right, what are y'all? My fault. What are y'all seeing? What are y'all seeing right here? I'm in the chat with it. D Goods, what it do, man? How you feeling? You said let them cook. You already know. Doot. Pam, you already know. Doot. Are there any good options like Tesla or for other Mag 7 stock? Yeah, we'll get to some, Michelle. Just stick around. We got you. All right. Again, y'all, if you're just joining, hit that like button for me. It really helps out the algorithm. All right. It really helps us get out to more people. All right. So what are y'all seeing in Dollar General? All right. In the chat, type in what you see on this Dollar General setup. Because yesterday, what I was telling you, I was like, okay, we had a bearish candle. You see this bearish candle from yesterday. We were in the order block, but I was like, you know what? We need some confirmation. So what do you see today? Light up the chat with it. I want to see how much y'all been paying attention. All right. Light up the chat. There we go. Again, as y'all come in, hit that like button. All right. I got so much. Listen, if you just follow this, right? Even if you go back and watch, go back and watch it over the weekend. Like, sit here, absorb the information, and then go back and watch the replay over the weekend. And I'm trying to tell you, by the time Sunday watch list come around and I'm back live again, you're going to be so ready for the week. You're going to be so excited for the week to start. All right, because I'm about to give y'all some plays. All right, so again, hit that like button and we good. We don't need nothing else. Exactly, QTZ. Exactly, QTZ. Exactly. She said, share my screen. All right. Exactly. Y'all see it? Fail 2D. And what do we have on the fail 2D? Right? We have a double bottom. Right? It tested this level. It tested this level again. Of course, it's not perfect, but it is a double bottom. off of failed 2D. So a double bottom, 1 confluence, failed 2D, 2 confluence, bullish order block, 3 confluence. All right? That's all we need. So, with that being said, if Dollar General closes in this failed 2D, we will be entering at the money calls with 5 minutes left in the market. Okay? I recommend swinging this for 2 weeks. Right? 2 weeks. 2-week expiration on this. If you have a higher risk tolerance, then you can go ahead and just get next week. All right? But if we close like this in this order block right here on this failed 2D, right? We will be entering in the last 5 minutes. Y'all got that? Y'all follow me on that? You said bearish continuation? No. Failed 2D. Nah, it's not a failed 2 up, Don G. It's a failed 2D. All right. Yep. Double bottom. Yeah. This was a double top, but we are right here at this level, and we got a failed 2D. Right. So if this wasn't a failed 2D and it was just a red candle, then we absolutely could have saw continuation to the downside. But because we got this failed 2D right here in the order block, right, off of a double bottom, it's more likely to to go up this week. All right, so this would be something, like I said, if it can close like this, I'll be swinging this out about 2 weeks. All right. She said Marcel said calls, right? Okay, yep, yeah, it'll be calls. Yep, to the upside. All right. So yeah, and I'll probably wind up taking that like on live. You know what I mean? All right. Let's see. She said this is late. Okay, so GG Mom. All right, so you changed your name. All right, got you. All right, I got you, Liz. All right. So yeah, that's Dollar General, y'all. Real simple. All right, and then URI was another one we wanted to revisit. We needed confirmation today, so let's go and see it. Let's go and see if we got our confirmation. Yeah. Listen, we got plays, y'all. We got setups. Okay? We got setups. I'm gonna be real with you. We got the one inside bar in the form of a hammer. If you were on the live yesterday, if you were on the study session in TPC yesterday, what did I talk about? I talked about how hammers are reversal signals, whether it's inverted or a regular hammer. And then once again, what is it? It is at an order block, right? This level has been pretty critical. The last time it was here, it went up, $200 almost, like $180 the last time it was in this area. This move right here. Yes, we got a nice little gap down a couple days ago, but it's like, you know what? I think it's like I think I'm done. All right. Hold on. You know what? Okay, yeah. So that's down there. Okay, we good. Yeah. So I like this to the upside. It is in a bullish order block. Here's the thing. I don't want to give you, because I got some other ones. I don't want to give y'all 10 plays and y'all go take 10 plays. All right. So I'm trying to be like, all right, this one, and I'm trying to signal which one is the best one. All right. This is a solid one, but we got some other ones that are better. But this is a reversal. All right. And it's happening in an order block, right? So we could see this, at least come up, into this area here next week. All right. So this is kind of like if I had to rate this, I would say like a 70%er. Like it's like a 70% chance. If I had to rate this on a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of like the probability and how clean the setup is. All right. So we'll get back to this, but this is definitely a reversal, right? Strong down move. It failed to go lower with all the selling pressure. It failed to go lower at an order block at a level, right? So we should be seeing a strong bounce here. Again, this level pushed this stock up $180 last time. So that's what I'm saying on URI. All right. What y'all talking about? You said measure move, the neckline is 147, which lines up with the fair value gap in the order block. Yeah, you talking about for URI? Yep. And what's going on, man? Yeah, lesson coming together, seeing double bottom on JPM time frame, too. Didn't take it, but I'm seeing the light. There we go. That's what it's all about, man. Stephen, what's going on, man? TPC in the building. You already know. You say it looks like that shit just caused a damn arm and a leg. Yeah. And that's another thing. That's a great point. That's another thing. If you see something that is, you have parameters. Let me come off of this real quick. Have parameters for your trading, right? I'm not sure like what people are risking, but you always want to have parameters for what your trading style is, what your money look like, all of that. So if I'm looking at Meta and or Netflix or something that's like $1,700, $800, right? Yeah, them contracts gonna be pretty expensive. If I'm going off and talking about something like a IWM or Dollar General or I'm saying, something like Amara, which we'll get to in a second, QQQ. A lot of times these are going to be a lot more affordable. All right, so again, you don't have to take every single play. Make sure that it fits in with the style you have, the capital you have, and your overall plan. All right. Again, y'all see we got a lot of eyeballs coming in here, man. Welcome. Okay, do me a favor and just hit that like button for me. All right. It don't cost you nothing. I literally will give you 1 second to go ahead and do it right now, so you're not missing nothing. Because I know some people are like, I might miss something if I hit the like button. I promise you won't miss anything if you just hit the like button right now. All right, that's all I need from you. Hit that like button. It really helps out. I can continue to show up and give you guys all this free game that you're going off and paying these other guys for, right? All right, and then at some point you'll realize, hey, I want to be a part of a community as well, and then you'll come and get with the family and TPC, and then you really gonna get sauced up, and then you really gonna start making that money, and then you really gonna be able to do what you want to do. All right, so lock in, hit that like button. It is greatly appreciated. It takes 1 second. All right. So we're gonna move on to Apple now. All right, I know a lot of people want to see Apple. Look, man. Look, man, what do you think about to happen? Let me reiterate what we talked about yesterday. We said that we need to get oh my God, I gotta start clipping up these lives because I gotta go back to put what we were talking about. It was like it could come back and it could come down and retest this this level, but if it could make a failure of the low and then go up and retest the high of that flag, then it may be ready to break out. You see that we already got the my bad, y'all can't see me. I know it. Y'all can't see me, my bad. I'm sitting here rapping and ain't got it on. Hold up, don't worry about it. There we go. All right. My bad. All right, here we go. Look. So we got the failed to D, right? We talked about this the other day. We were like, okay, we drew the bull flag. We had this whole epiphany situation because we came off a bear flag, right? And then somebody in the group was like, "Yeah, I think it's a little inverse head and shoulders brewing." I'm like, "Hold up, I think it is." We got the left shoulder right here. We got the head right here. We got the neckline right here, and we got the other shoulder right here, which happens to be a bull flag. What did we need for the bull flag? We needed something to tell us that it wasn't coming down. We got a little, like a little bit of a doji right here yesterday, and it came down today and tested it. But guess what? It pumped. And now it's closing the bull flag in a failed to D. This thing is ready to go here. 264.50, we should see this at next week, Monday or Tuesday. All right. Eventually, we should see it up here at the target, but it may run into a little bit of traffic here. I like this into Monday. I like this into Monday. A failed 2D coming out of a bull flag, right? After we reversed at this order block down here and we just came back and retested, I like it. It bounced at the edge of the bull flag. I like it. All right, this might be another one I take, before the market closes. That's two bangers right there. All right, so you get in where you fit in. You know what I mean? Like at this point, you guys know how to enter. Again, it's all according to what your capital is, what you're willing to risk. But I typically take my plays at the money. All right, this is a beautiful setup right here, y'all. All right. Oh, I don't know what I'm talking about though, and this is not financial advice. I'm here, what we doing? This is for entertainment purposes only. All right, that's it. I'm not a financial advisor, right? I am not being compensated to advise you, right? This is purely for your entertainment, and I want y'all to know that if you do want to take anything that I may discuss in this live, you need to do your own due diligence. You need to do your own homework, your own research, and make those choices on your what? On your own. All right. So that's Apple. All right. Now we're gonna pop over to GE. Well, let me see what y'all talking about real quick. You said that looks good. That shit just damn yeah. That shot play printed. Hey, you already know Beta Clay. Beta A Clay. I keep saying that. Hey, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I'm in here just trying to give y'all the game, man. And y'all gonna be just as nasty very soon. It says I was talking about DG. You were saying DG was too expensive? Oh, you were saying you were the one talking about it? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we went over it. I don't know if you were here when we went over it, but it confirmed. He said measure move from the neckline, which lines up with the yeah, exactly. So it's a beautiful setup at the end of the day. All right, y'all throwing them on me today. Microsoft and Carvana. There might be, like I said, there might be a little brief pause, in this live later because I am gonna be entering some trades. I ain't gonna let y'all get in the way of me getting this money. All right, so we gonna have to hit a little timeout. We're gonna have to hit a little timeout when it gets a little closer to market close. All right. He said, "What about SoFi? Man, SoFi played, man. SoFi took off. So anybody that played it, they made money in the morning. But if they tried to hold into the afternoon, they got played out because it was up 6% and then it dropped to being down 6%. So that's a ridiculous move. That's 12% move in a single day. It was up 6 and then it went all the way to being down 6. I don't know exactly where it's at right now, but yeah. So we got Microsoft Carvana. Do you think gold and silver could recover next week? We could check it out. I know they've been going crazy. It might be sitting at some sort of level, but we could check it out. All right. Again, y'all, if y'all are just joining, man, welcome. All right, hit that like button, one time for me, and we good to go. I'm gonna keep feeding y'all. All right. So we got GE next. Yeah. So today was the confirmation day. We talked about this yesterday. Today was the confirmation day, and it did just that, right? Reversal here, confirmation, but it is sitting. It went a lot higher than what I was expecting. It's sitting in a bearish order block, so y'all know my philosophy about that. Not really too much of a fan of taking something in a bearish order block to the upside. So for me, I'm not really interested in trying to play this in calls. It's also sitting at the mean. So for me, the likelihood of this continuing to go up is lower than the reward that we could get on it coming down. Because it's low key a little bit of a bear flag. Just depending on how you draw it. right? It's not perfect, but it's pretty much a bear flag, right? It's pretty much a bear flag. It's outside of it a little bit, but this could very well be a bear flag. Matter of fact, I'm willing to bet you that this doesn't close bullish. I'm willing to bet you that this closed somewhere around 304 today. This might get pushed down today. So yeah, I'm gonna put GE. I'm gonna put plot for puts. So I'm gonna plot for this. I'm gonna plot for puts on this. I'm gonna be watching this for puts. I'm gonna be watching this to fall into this bear flag and maybe consolidate a little bit, and then we might have some opportunities next week to ride this down, because we might see this fall. So yeah, no entries or signals on this one. I wanna wait a little bit until Monday to see this fall. Back, like I said, back into here. It'd be great if we can get a closure in here, and then next week, we can get a confirmation outside this bear flag. Then we can ride that down to about 278. All right, so it's cooking, it's brewing. You know what I mean? But it's not quite ready for us. All right, not quite ready for us. He said was going to scout power hour, but nope, ain't playing them games no more. Hey, listen, nah, for sure, man. Tofu for sure. It ain't no point of playing around with it. Right? You got to make sure you got to see something. You can't force it. All right. All right. So that's G. Let's get into Gigi Mama, or AKA Liz favorite, which is this one. All right. Was it SanDisk? This one, man. Oh, wow. Holy shit. When I was looking at this morning, it was up 22%. Did you see this, Liz? Wow. That's a big failure right there. All right. So this is easy money right here. I'm about to show y'all what this is about to do. I can tell you exactly what this is getting ready to do, right? Because they run these same moves, right? It's only a few little things that can happen. So when you see a major pump like that just get sold off, the big part of the reason that it got sold off is because it's Friday, right? People were playing earnings, they were in weeklies. If it pumped to 22% in the earlier part of the morning, you better believe that nobody's letting those contracts expire to zero. So literally everybody in the play is damn near taking profits. Okay? You're going to see a dump. That's what initiated the sell-off. And then from there, people that got in late were just getting stopped out, and it was a ripple effect. So that's why we came down like that, okay? So what I believe is going to happen next week, because it did have good earnings, is that you're going to see a pop here. And again, who was paying attention yesterday? When we have these huge moves, usually at the end of that move, it has to give like one more attempt in that direction. Usually that attempt is creating a bullish or bearish what? Y'all put it in the chat. Because it's not for me. I want to make sure y'all know this. All right? Put it in the chat. What could possibly form from this right here? We got this huge fail 2 up. So what could possibly form if this pops up next week? I'm trying to get you guys in the habit of being able to start to plot and see what the next move may be so that you can start to prepare yourself to catch it. Exactly, Ashley. Exactly. All right. Hey, look, as y'all are coming in, listen, I need you to just do me one favor. Hit the like button, right? It's too much sauce in this video. All right, hit the like button. Just do one time for me. I never asked you for anything else. All right. Also, every day, 11:30 a.m. Pacific, 2:30 Eastern, I am right here on live. Okay, every weekday, Monday through Friday, going over levels just in time for you to be able to make a decision about the next day or the following week. All right. So go ahead and hit that like button. It'll be greatly appreciated. All right. You said engulfing candle. Not quite. It's the inverse of an engulfing candle, P. So it's the inverse. It's what everybody else is saying. It's harami. Exactly. Harami. So this could potentially form a bearish harami next week. All right. Y'all write that down. This could potentially form a bearish harami next week. And if it forms that bearish harami next week, do y'all understand like it will fall at least to 464. It will be a slapper. A straight banger. All right. If we can get that pop up, right? Like those last minute people that's like, all right, well, it fell down, but they may not have known the whole story. It's gonna be some people that add here, right? Because it's a retest of yesterday's highs. So there'll be some people that take that ad foolishly, but it will we could see it open here. All right. Now, if it opens here, right, the failed to up is still in play. I like to look at the harami as like an extension. It's an extension of that previous candle. So you also got to know that it's taking on the nature of that candle. That's why they call it a bearish harami. This is showing you a green candle because I have the strat assistant on, but this is really a red candle. Right? I believe it's a red candle. Hold on. Yeah, I believe it's a red candle. This should be a red candle. Let me cut that off. Yeah, it's a red candle. All right. So it's telling you the nature of the of the next move because this is at the end of an up move. So it's at the end of an up move and then it falls, and then we get the the little inside candle right here, bearish harami. We bring that down here. All right. So I'm gonna put on SanDisk. I'm gonna put, and y'all can write this in your notes. Put bearish harami loading. All right. We will update this on Monday. All right. We'll be right back in here on Monday at 11:30 with this exact level and how we're going to enter this. All right. So this is a real big one. Put 2 stars next to SanDisk, man. This could be a really good play right here. Boom. All right. So that's SanDisk. We're gonna go to KMD. All right. Again, y'all get on in here, man. Get this knowledge, get this wisdom. It's more information than what you're gonna pay for. I promise you. It's more information than what you're gonna pay for somewhere else. All right. KMD. Not that's KMDA. I'm tripping. KMB. Kimberly Clark. Once again, what do y'all see? What do y'all see in the chat on Kimberly Clark? What do y'all see in the chat? Who was on the work session last night? Who was on live yesterday? What do y'all see in the chat? What do y'all see right here? What is this? What is this? You see what I'm talking about, P? Yeah, no, absolutely, T. Nicole. I'm gonna make sure y'all get what y'all need. Yep, exactly. It was a harami, right, harami, right, and that's so. What are we seeing on this one right here though? What is this right here on KMB? Because I think y'all are y'all referring to the previous one. You said I had to jump in that Apple real quick before it made a bigger move before closing. Yeah. Now that Apple is going to be fire. Matter of fact, let me see where it's at right now. Let me go back. I'll come back to KMB. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be taking Apple real soon. We'll be taking Apple real soon. Matter of fact, let me start getting that loaded. KMB. I do want to give Apple just a little bit more time though, because I'm telling you, like 45 minutes, it can kind of do some funky stuff, but we should be good. All right, KMB, come on now. All right, Kimberly Clark. All right. So what do y'all see on Kimberly Clark? What y'all see on Kimberly Clark? Absolutely, Zay. There you go. Absolutely. And you're right. Yes, K player, you do see a doji. All right, so here's the breakdown, right? That's a doji, and yes, it is a bullish harami. Both of these are true. So I'm a walk down. This is a doji turning into a hammer, right? But it can be a doji, it can be a hammer, right? It could be just a simple bullish, smaller, candle that doesn't have wicks. They all are bullish haramis if their body is inside of the previous candle. This is the little nuance that throws a lot of people off because they be expecting something to look exactly the same every time. And I'm gonna drill this into your head. It's more of an art than it is a science. So sometimes things are gonna look a little abstract because the nature of people, right? We got different decisions that are causing movement and formation of these candles at different moments. But as long as the structure is there, then that's all you need. So the structure is a body of a candle being inside of the body of the previous candle. So bullish harami. All right. Um, really strong chances of going up, right? Really strong chances of going up. The only reason that I'm not taking this is because I'm not familiar with the stock. I don't like, and I'm also seeing a lot of chop, right? I'm also seeing that this doesn't move crazy. So though this is a cool setup, there are better setups. All right. So you can mark it. So you can say, hey, I want to just like do this all the time, right? It's like I see beautiful women all the time, right? And I can appreciate a beautiful woman and it just be that. Maybe some light conversation, maybe a little flirtation, but I don't got to take everybody home, right? It's the same thing with this. You don't have to take every stock home. You don't have to take every play you see. This is a good setup, but there's some better ones out there for you that may be better for you too. Again, I'm not familiar with this. I don't know the nature of Kimberly Clark, right? I don't know what she got going on. I haven't traded her one day in my life. I ain't seen a single trade from her, right? So for me, I'm gonna pass on her, right? And I'm gonna go with one of the plays that look a little bit better to me and kind of like cater to like what I like. All right. Hammer reversals exactly. Yep. Invert. Yep. Y'all all seen it. He said I was in Canby yesterday and it took 16%. Nice. He said calls for Apple. Yeah. We definitely we getting in Apple calls. You see what you did 24% today. Beautiful. One candle consolidation. Yep. All of these things are correct, but all of those things are correct, but it's forming inside of a bullish around me at the very end of the day. So yeah, reversal exactly. Yep. Awesome. Y'all got it. All right. Again, if y'all are just now getting in, man, go ahead and like this live up. It really helps out. Just take 1 second, and just hit that like button for me. That one little action is letting me know that hey, this is helpful, and I want you to continue to show up. All right. So when I get those and I see those, I'm like, okay, this is I can pour more in here. So the more you like it up, like the more I'm able to give you. All right. So that's KMB. This was another one I liked right here, y'all. Yep, this joint right here. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this one right here. Ugh. Watch this one right here. All right, so this one, y'all. I like this one a lot. And I'm gonna tell you why. So Mara, Mara obviously is like built it's a crypto stock, right? We do have a double bottom forming right here. I'm trying to see if I can drag this up a little bit. There we go. We got a double bottom forming right here. Right? Touch, W, touch. All right? Now, I always say confirmation when something's in an order block, whatever. This is a bot call, right? And I'll always let y'all know, like if I'm taking a play that's from the bot, I'm not gonna claim it as my own. I will be like, this is a bot call. So this is a bot call, right, from our group. And there is a lot of volume coming in to this for, contracts 2 to 3 weeks out. And when I go over and look at crypto, I see that there's a lot of bounces that are forming in crypto, right? There are some whales also coming into Bitcoin, Ethereum. It's at a really good price. So when I see stuff like that, that is the only time that I will take plays that don't necessarily have the confirmation yet, because the volume is serving as the confirmation. I want y'all to understand that. All right. So this is something that I am strongly considering, especially if we can start getting some bounce action before the day is over. But I like this out 3 weeks. Mara, like this out 3 weeks, like this a lot. All right. The next one, and I want to get, this is another one that I'm really loving. QQQ. Right? QQQ. That's the wrong one. Hold on. That's the stock. We need the fund. Okay, QQQ might not be so attractive anymore. QQQ could, okay, when I was looking at this is, yeah, I wanted to see this close like with a fail to D. I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it this bearish. So we'll scratch that. I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in that. Even though it could do well, it's just not it's not looking good for me. All right. What else do we have? We had CDE. CDE again, and as y'all are coming in, y'all hit that like button. I greatly appreciate it. All right. Thank you, Siri. I wasn't talking to you though, but appreciate it. All right. Okay. CDE is also one of these stocks that fell pretty significantly, as you can see. Look, almost 17% on the fall. It's not giving any sort of confirmation just yet. Like, yeah, it's bouncing a little bit around this level here. Again, I would need to see a confirmation on this though. So maybe next week we get a candle that opens up here. If we can get an inside candle, if we can get an inside candle on this body right here, a beautiful setup. So that's another one that you can say bullish Harami loading. So on CDE, Let's put bullish Harami loading, and we'll circle back on Monday. But I love a stock that has made like a major move like this, whether it's to the upside or downside, right? Because it just creates an opportunity, for you to to retrace that, right? So this is the area that we will be targeting. I would love to see it open, around $21 and kind of consolidate in that and stay inside of that, all day on Monday. And if we can close like that with a bullish Harami on Monday, then I would definitely swing this to the upside. All right. All right. Core weave. We going through them, y'all. And again, feel free to to go ahead and add your damn Apple moving. Let me see something real quick. I'm about to take Apple. What are we? 30 minutes out. I'm gonna go in light on Apple, but and if it comes down just a little bit before close, I'm gonna add to it. But give me just 1 second. Oh fuck. Hmm. All right, guys. I'm gonna go February 6th for Apple. Let me see what February 9th is looking like. See, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 257. I'm gonna go 257 calls. 257.50 calls. February 9th, 257.50 calls. All right. All right, I'm in. I'm in Apple calls, yo. No, not that's yeah, it's like Monday, not next week, but the week after. So it's like it's damn near like a week a week and some change away, right? So it's a week from Monday. Yeah, I'm in. I just got in. Yep. No, we didn't miss it at all. Absolutely not. No, no. This is we're swinging this. Like I said, a week out, 2 weeks. Depends on how conservative you want to be. But that move, we're coming off a failed 2D, right? This is exactly what we were asking for, right? We wanted to see it come down, retest the bottom of the bull flag. We talked about that on live yesterday. It did it. So it closes like this. This is where the move goes right here. We got the move. It should go this high, but it's likely that it's not going to happen, next week or Monday, I should say. It could take all week to do it, but again, we run into traffic here. This is around where we're probably going to take profits. But again, we don't know. We could get a major pop, and it could be a gift, right? It could give us more than what we bargained for. So we'll see. But the way this is setting up, this is really beautiful. Um, matter of fact, yeah. So yeah, we're green already. We up 3%, but that's a small move. We up 3%, but you know it hasn't even started moving for real yet. All right. So lock that in. We locked in on that one. All right. You said what time we take? I took it to the ninth, right? You know, the six is an option. I took it to ninth. You could take it to six. You could take it to ninth. You know, you could take it a little bit, further out. That's completely up to y'all. I did 257.5 strikes. All right. So we locked into the Apple play. All right. Um, let's see. All right. So yeah, core weave. Core weave. Again, as y'all are coming in, y'all go ahead and hit that hit that like button, man. We got a lot of great stuff coming in here. All right. Just do. That's all it takes. All right. So I like core weave. I like core weave because I see that it respects this I see that it respects the mean, right? Um bull flag it's coming back to kind of like retest that level. I do know there's a lot of volume coming into this. I'm not going to take this. So I just want to see what it does on Monday. So just kind of like just put next to core weave, put waiting for bullish confirmation. Waiting for bullish confirmation. Put that next to your core weave. All right. All right. Again, man, I appreciate y'all showing love, man. Like I said, the likes, it all helps the channel out tremendously. All right, I'm gonna keep showing up, giving y'all what y'all need. Like I said, just keep hitting those likes as y'all come in. Also, look, if you're looking for a trading home, man, we go live every morning, right? I'm on the West Coast, so 6:15. If you're on the East Coast, it's 9:15. So 15 minutes before the market, we in there. You just kind of chatting, discussing what we're seeing, and then the market opens. We try to make our money before the first hour and a half of the market, right? If you guys are in the group, you guys can attest for that. We've been getting some sniper entries. Isaiah is gonna, which is co-founder. He's going to give you plays on the index. This is really good for people who may be starting with not a lot of capital. IWM is the best bang for your buck, right? It's an index that you can get in for as little as like $10 to $20, depending on the contracts that you get. This allows you to get in on the action without your bankroll being, where you ultimately want it to be. All right. You can get moves and plays as big as 50, 80, 100% in a single day if followed correctly. All right. I'm coming in and I'm providing, some longer term plays, some swing opportunities, and sometimes, like some nice, moves on a 15-minute time frame. All right. So you're kind of getting a little bit of a mixture of styles that's going to guarantee that you get some sort of profit. The money that you pay to be in a group, you'll make it back with no problem in no time. You're not even going to be thinking about it with the support that you're going to get in the group. All right. So if you've been looking for a trading home and looking for somewhere to just kind of like, finally sink your teeth into this stuff and finally learn it and tired of kind of going on this little like, little pony ride, right? Then lock in. All right. The link is in the description of all of my videos. Hit the link and you'll see what we're talking about. All right, we're gonna get back to it in just a second. All right, let's go. We go UNH now. All right, we're gonna go UNH. Again, y'all, as y'all come in, just drop that like, boop, one time for me. All right, let's see. UNH. What we wait? We were waiting for confirmation on that, right? Hmm. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not interested in UNH. Damn, did I just move that? I'm not interested in UNH. Nah. Yeah, UNH is I see a consolidation going. So we may consolidate a little bit, right? It's in this little range right here. It's not it hasn't come out of the range. This is how you know when something's going to start consolidating, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all write this down. So when you see a candlestick, right, and then you see that you get 3 days and it hasn't broken out of that range, you might be in for something that's range bound, right? So 3 days went by and it hasn't dropped out of the range of this single candle. So we could see a little bit of a consolidation. All right, now if we see a consolidation, no worries, right? We are just going to simply wait until it can break out of the range, preferably to the upside. I'm not too fond of it to the downside because it's already made this huge down move. So what we're always looking for when we're investing, right, or when we're trading, is we're looking for something that has the highest reward to risk ratio, meaning that the reward is higher than the risk. So I know with this, the downside, it will run into levels to the downside sooner than it will run into levels to the upside. The first level to the upside is way up here at 350. We're talking about $60, $70 away. The first resistance, I'm sorry, the first support that it will run into the downside is probably right here around 2.7. So we're talking about $7. So $7 to the downside is where it could bounce. And then to the upside, we're talking about $60. So the reward is way greater than the risk down here, because you would stop loss if it breaks below that level, because that means it would probably want to continue coming down. So that's where you would lose money if it came down there, right? But if it breaks here and gets a bullish confirmation, it could go and retrace all the way up here. Do you have to hold it that entire time? No. But when something has that long to go, that means that you have way more profit that you can make, even if it just came up here. That would be a serious profit. You see what I'm saying? So we always want to look for something that has a further place to go than it does to regress to. All right, that's risk to reward, reward to risk, however you want to say it, right? So yeah, with UNH, I'm not seeing anything here right now. I'm going to simply wait until we break out of this range that I just drew. All right, so that's UNH. All right, let's do Microsoft. Microsoft was pretty interesting this week. Yeah. Yeah, again, I'm not seeing anything on Microsoft either. It's it's a bearish day, but it has not broken previous day lows. So I don't know how much further it wants to go down, but it could be ready to pop up if we could break yesterday's highs, right? If we were able to do that today, that'd be a sure thing, because that would have made it a fail to down. But since that's probably not going to happen today, I need to see bullish confirmation either Monday or Tuesday before trying to get into this, and then swinging it up into the mean area, which that has a level of about 466. So if we could close bullish, right here about 444.50, right? If we can close bullish around this area right here, it's like slightly down. Then I would be interested in swinging it up to about 464. All right. So yeah, Microsoft has a really good opportunity, but we just need to get a confirmation. So next to Microsoft, you can say awaiting bullish confirmation. All right. Next we got Carvana. Let me pop in and see what y'all talking about. Just keep it on your radar. Yep. I'm telling you, hey, Peerless Bear. That Apple is going crazy, huh? Let me see. Oh yeah, we up. Oh yeah, we up. Nice. Did anybody who took Apple with us? Did y'all get into the Apple Play again? We still gonna hold it, right? We still hold it until next week, but it looks really good so far. All right. So Carvana. And somebody said Lily. I look at Lily too. Eli Lily. Hmm. Yeah, Carvana is shaping up to be a nice swing opportunity. Y'all know my swing strategy. Hugging the Bollinger Bands, but we need a reversal. So, man, if we could get this is another one. If we could get for Carvana, you can put next to Carvana, uh, awaiting reversal confirmation, or really no, awaiting reversal signal is what you're waiting for, not the confirmation. You're awaiting reversal signal, and that signal could be a um, a bullish harami, right? We could open up with a bullish harami, like we could open up somewhere in this area right here, like around 412, and consolidate, and then form a inside candle that is smaller than the previous body, right? That would be very, very bullish, and I would take that. Or what could also happen is we could get a piercing pattern that comes in, and it might start off a little lower, and then it might come up and form a piercing pattern, which is just something cutting into about 50% of the previous candle. So if it can form a piercing pattern and cut into about 50% of the previous candle, um, but it opens lower, what that also would be is a failed two down, right? So that would be another reason to get into that. And then we have, this fair value gap right here, which is what it wants to come up into. So the moment that we get a reversal, we can ride that up into the fair value gap. That's going to be a beautiful trade right there. So yeah, just so for Carvana, just put a waiting reversal signal. That's going to be a bomb play right there. All right, not quite ready yet, but it's cooking. All right, then we're gonna look at silver. Yeah, it's some money to be made next week, yo. I'm trying to tell you, it is some money to be made next week. Again, y'all, if y'all coming in here, man, like this up. Let's all right. How about this? Right now, can y'all get me? We at 56. Can we try to get to 65 likes real quick? Do me a favor. It would mean so much. Let's try to get this to 65 likes right now. Right, we at 56. If you haven't liked it and you've gotten any sort of information, anything in your mind like clicked, anything helped you out, I need you to hit that like button right now. All right, don't wait, don't gatekeep the like button. All right, I need y'all to hit that. All right, said Joy said she took it. Beautiful. Don G took it. Okay. Okay, y'all. So y'all already up 13%. Let's go. Come on, they ain't even in yet. Y'all already up. Beautiful. Liz took it. Alchemist took it. There we go. George. Okay, Ashley in it. Okay, we in there. Let's do it. Carvana gave me a black eye this week, so we are not speaking. Hey, listen. Yo, sometimes a stock gonna do that to you, right? It Amazon, right? So this is years ago. Um, Amazon, because like it's did the stock split and all that stuff, and it's like sometimes when stocks split, they start to trade a little bit different. It's not that it's not going to work, but the nature of it that you were used to, it switches, and you find yourself like, damn, this joint ain't even cooking like it used to, right? So you gotta readjust to the new nature of the stock, because now usually when a stock split happens, it's inviting more people into the fold that may have been trading like less expensive stocks. They may have a different mindset. So all of these things can contribute to the stock trading differently. All right. So you know, I was messing around with Amazon, like, after the split, and it was not doing what it was supposed to do. And they got me a couple times. This is back in the day. And I was just like, man, I'm done with this thing, man. So I definitely understand how you can get that black eye and you're like, look, I'm not even messing with you right now. All right. You said, did you miss Dollar General entry? No, we didn't take Dollar General yet. We didn't take Dollar General. Let me actually go back to it. We took Apple. We got about 15 minutes left in the market. All right, so we can go back to Dollar General real quick. Let me see if it's ready. Let me see if it's ready. DG. Mm-hmm. Pearson. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we could take Dollar General, yo. We could take Dollar General here. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna come off screen real quick. Give me 1 second. Again, as y'all come in, let's try to go crazy and get this to 65 likes. All right, I think we about 6 likes away from it. All right, so if you haven't hit the like button yet, man, go ahead and smash that like button, and that'll let me know that you've been getting a lot of value out of this play. Listen, also if you're just joining, I know that people get here at different times. We've already taken a play right here live on YouTube. Okay, it's already up 13% for most, right? I think one other person is up even more because he got an earlier entry, right? That's what this live is all about, right? We're giving you real plays, real levels, and my thought is that if you see this for yourself, then it's like, yeah, y'all come mess with us. Of course, we want y'all in the group, right? But why? You got we showing and proving. All right. So if this is something that has been helping you, like I said, hit the like button, but eventually come join the family so that you can do this on a higher level and you can do this consistently and you can change your life. All right. 5 more likes. Let's get the five more likes. 65 real quick, y'all. We can do it. All right. Go ahead and hit that like button. All right. Yeah. Dollar General is prime. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, y'all. But like I said, go ahead and take Dollar General. I'm getting it now. I'm taking it at the money. I'm about to. Y'all know what I'm about to do right now? I'm about to take this in my nephew. I'm about to get my little nephew paid real quick. I'm about to get my little nephew paid. He he only 6 years old. That's what I'm about to do. About to get nephew paid. Again, as y'all are coming in, y'all go ahead and hit that like button, man. It'll be greatly appreciated. All right, let's get this to 65 likes real quick. I'm just entering a play. We are taking it together. This is the second play that we're taking here on the live. Apple is already on the crock pot. Apple is already on the crock pot. Mm-hmm. All right. All right, we're in. Beautiful. All right, I'm back. All right. You said up another 30% on, yeah. And look, y'all, if y'all, and this, like I said, I'm swinging it, but you could take profit if you want to. Up 95%. Listen, we eating. We eating. Y'all go ahead and give me some likes for that, man. Go ahead and hit that like button. Let's get this. Let's try to run these likes up as crazy as possible today. All right. I know a lot of y'all already did it. I took weeklies on. Oh shit. Hold up. Oh my god. Auntie Angel. Auntie Angel. You truly are an angel. I'm taking profits at 7% on Dollar General because I got weeklies by accident. These are supposed to be next week's. These are supposed to be next week's, but the beautiful thing is that it's profitable. So I got out with 7%, but I'm getting into next week's 2/6, 2/6 expiration. All right, we in there. Auntie Angel came through. Goodness gracious. Like really, thank you for that. Cause like I said, I literally just got I got weeklies on that by accident. And you know when it probably would have hit me? It probably would have hit me at 101. Or you know what I'm saying? Or 401 we out at. Yeah, so Dollar General has the failed 2D. I took it right at the money. Um, I took the 143 calls, 2/6 expiration. Right? 143 calls, 2/6 expiration. All right. Yeah, 2/6 was the expiration. You could do 2/6. You could do two. Whatever the following week is. Right. I'm doing next Friday. Right. I'm doing next Friday. So I'm in there. It was 143, I believe. Hold on. Yeah, I took 143s. All right. All right. So we back. We got a couple more to go over, and then I'm gonna let y'all go after that. All right. Let me switch this camera back. All right. So we got silver. Silver, silver, silver. Ugh. You know what's crazy? There were some people that probably bought into silver at the high and just they poor little hearts, man. They poor little hearts. 30%. drop in a single day. We knew the day was coming though. We just didn't know exactly when. But it was going too crazy. It's not done though. It's like it'll definitely go back up and probably make new highs. But anything that goes crazy like that, it gotta come down, right? Was I going to bet on when it was going to come down? No, I'm not. I'm not going to act like I'm that smart, right? I can't predict something coming down that hard, right? You can see when something might change, but I told y'all I wasn't messing with anything that had that's sticking straight up in the air like that, right? I think it did get the reversal yesterday. I don't know if we went over it on live yesterday. I think it was the day before. Yeah, I think we went over it on on Wednesday. But if you were watching it yesterday and took the reversal, you made a lot of money. If you tried to get in, you lost a lot of money. But it is down, down pretty significantly. So again, y'all, like I said, the best move after you get a strong move to the upside or downside is what? Let's go back to the chat. Y'all hit that like button, man. Doot. That's all you gotta do. Doot. He said, I think 2 weeks was strike. 143 was the strike on Dollar General. You said Apple took all the profits back. I'm still in profit. Let me see. Yeah, I'm still in profit, but it's not as crazy as it was. But it's still closing the same way. Like I said, it's a fail two down. So all that's happening right now, y'all, is like don't be worried. All that's happening right now is people are just taking profits that that have weekly expirations, right? So people that got into Apple, they just taking profits. That's all that's taking place. All right, I don't want y'all to freak out. Okay, like you're still good, trust me. All right. So yeah, exactly. Harami. All right. Anytime there is a major move, I'll go back to silver. Anytime there's a major move to the upside or downside, the first thing that you want to be looking for is this thing going to form a harami? Never blindly get into something. This is what a lot of people do, right? We talked about this on the work study session the other day. What a lot of people do is they will try to front run stuff, right? They'd be like, "Oh, well, it dumped, so that means it got to go fill the gap tomorrow." This is not true. I want to give y'all some statistics, right? Um, gaps have the highest chances of closing that first day. So of course, this is why people are thinking like, all right, I'm gonna just go ahead and just blindly, get into something when it drops because it's gonna go fill the gap. But the longer it spins away from the gap, the lesser the likelihood is that it will fill the gap. So that percentage gets shorter and shorter. It gets smaller and smaller every single day that it doesn't fill the gap. All right, so gaps usually get filled, but if you look at your chart, there are some gaps that have not been filled on certain stocks. Like Nvidia has some stocks some gaps that haven't been filled, right? So there is a chance that something does not get filled. So what we want to see is confirmation. That confirmation for me after a strong up move like this would be an inside candle, right? Some sort of version of a bullish harami. We get that, then yes, it wants to go up and fill the gap. Easy peasy. All right. So with silver, you can write a note next to silver that you are awaiting a reversal signal, preferably a bullish harami. All right. All right. Next is PEP. PEP. Oh, wow. Very bullish. Very bullish, but approaching a very critical resistance level. So with PEP, PepsiCo, what I would like to see is a reversal. So with something this bullish, this is what can happen, right? I like to give you guys the different scenarios. So if something is entering an order block and it is very bullish, the likelihood of it continuing is pretty high, but this is where what we deem a fake out comes from. Sometimes we mislabel things as a fake out when it's actually telling us the story the entire time. So with PepsiCo, what we could see is we could see this continue tomorrow, I'm sorry, Monday, up to about 155.50, right? We could see it continue there, and then we could see it, and it could open green, right? And then we could see it fail and then start to come down and then form an inverted hammer, right? Maybe a fail to up. That would be a really good time to take this to the downside because it's overbought, right? It is way beyond the extreme of the Bollinger Band. By that time, the Keltner channel is inside. The Keltner channel is inside on the bottom as well. So we could see this fall pretty hard to clean this candle up and retest this previous level. I think this is a beautiful setup. It's not there yet, but again, we can put right next to PepsiCo, be like awaiting a bearish reversal signal. All right. We'll be back on here Monday talking about it, but I have notes on all of these things. Like I said, we're going to keep you in the loop. We'll come back and review it. Last but not least, we got Eli Lilly, and that'll be it. And then, I'll close this thing out, and y'all can go enjoy your weekend after that. All right, we had an incredible week. All right, Eli Lilly. What am I saying here? I don't really like Eli Lilly. I'm gonna be. It's a lot of chop right here. Lot of chop. I would like mark this level for you can mark this level for like future notifications on your chart. I would like it below 976.68, and I would like it above highs. And yes, it is forming a little bit of a double bottom, but it's not a big double bottom. It's a little double bottom within a lot of consolidation, right? So this wouldn't necessarily. This is a stock that's very expensive, right? And whoever requested this, like I say, I don't know your situation or your capital or whatever, but this particular stock, there's way better opportunities than this. For the price that this costs, and for this to be in a getting this kind of price action, there's way better setups out there. All right, so I would advise like even looking at more affordable, better moving stocks than Eli Lilly. Not saying that Eli Lilly doesn't move well, but as it stands right now, as long as it's in this range, it ain't really about nothing. All right, when it cracks out of this range, that's when we can get some real movement. All right, so that's my thoughts on Eli Lilly. All right, so that's it, y'all. Look, can y'all look before we get out of here? Can we just get to 65 real quick? If you are just joining, listen, I gave so much sauce. We done got into 2 plays that I'm pretty sure are going to check out next week. All right, hit the like button. Right, let's get this in front of more people. And yeah, man, it's been a beautiful week, y'all. It's been a beautiful week. How y'all feeling about this week and going into the next week? Joy said she wishes. Yeah, hey Joy, listen, shop. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, I called it to the downside. I called the levels that it was gonna go to. We drew the flag, and it went there. Who knew it was going to happen all in one day? I absolutely wish I would have stayed in it. I'm not gonna lie. That play alone, if we would have stayed in it from the very beginning to where it got, would have probably been about 500%. So we talking about 6xing your money. So if you risk just $1,000, you would have made it out that trade with $6,000. It's crazy. This is crazy stuff, man. And like I said, I just want y'all to understand how this is what's going to change your life. This is the one thing that's going to be able to give you that raise that your job is waiting forever to do to give it to you. Right? I worked in corporate before I quit my job. Yeah, I was making great money. I'm not going to lie there. But when I was in corporate, I'm talking about the raises were like 10%, if that, and you had to work your ass off and perform according to their standards. If you got money sitting in a retirement account, or money that you saved up, or money that you've earned from from just having a stock portfolio, and you start to really understand that leverage, like you get really good at this, working and getting consistent percentages with whatever money that you currently have. When that money starts to accumulate, you're free. $1,000 a day, that puts you ahead of 80-90% of people out there. That gets rid of virtually all your problems. When you start getting into the 20, 30, 40, 50 grand a month income, you ain't got to worry. You don't have to worry, right? And then, for show is when you get into like the 100-something thousand, plus millions a month, right? That's just keeping score at that point. But in terms of like your happiness and being able to feel secure, like y'all are on the cusp of being able to make that happen just by being able to simply leverage your money. All right. I'm not gonna keep y'all no longer, man. I appreciate y'all. It's been a beautiful week. I'm gonna keep showing up. Y'all keep showing up. Again, y'all go ahead and like this. Drop a comment about like how crazy this week was. The comments also help with the algorithm. Again, if you're in TPC, I haven't forgotten about the people that requested about the youth that we're doing, the youth program that we're doing. We're working with Wells Fargo to do like a stock portfolio investment for the youth, and that's going to really teach them how to invest at a basic level, and then eventually they're going to get into learning how to trade options. But we want to make sure that we walk them through it, in an age appropriate manner, and we don't want to encourage any sort of like gambling habits in a child early. So that's why we want to teach like the basics of investing first, so that they have that foundation. And then as they get a little bit more mature, they can start understanding like, how options work and stuff like that. But yeah, I'll be getting back to y'all with the details of that, like very soon in the group. All right. Again, if you don't have a trading home and you're looking for one, I truly believe that the Prosperity Collective is the way, right? We are there every day giving y'all what y'all need, answering questions. And I think it's one of the best decisions you'll make, this year. All right. So the link is in the description of all my videos. Take your time. There's no rush. There's no pressure. But take your time. Absorb the information. Look through the videos. Watch the lives. And if this starts to make sense, and if I resonate with you, then go ahead and make that decision. Don't procrastinate. All right. Y'all go ahead and have a beautiful week. Oh, Adam said 700% if he would have held. God. Yeah. That's one that got away from us. I ain't gonna lie. We made money on it, so we can't be mad. We caught the play. You know what I'm saying? We measured it out that it was gonna go there, but it was just like I did not think it was gonna go there today. But that's the thing. I rather like miss out on something than to it go against me. So it's like we made the money, but goddamn, even being experienced, like I'm not gonna act like I don't have FOMO. I do have FOMO. I'm not gonna lie. I would have loved to so say I was risking 5,000, I would have loved the extra 35,000 a day. You know what I'm saying? I would have loved that. You feel me? All right. Is it hard to keep up with increased living expenses when your paycheck don't keep up? Exactly. And that's what this is all about. You gotta make this be that thing. That's why it's like, pay yourself, pay taxes, but also let some of it accumulate so that you have more money to leverage, so that you can keep building that house, right? Keep building that house. All right. It's always love over here, man. I appreciate y'all so much. I'm gonna see y'all next week. We're going, jump right into it again in the morning in the group. And for y'all here in YouTube world, I'll see y'all at 11:30. Matter of fact, I'll see y'all before Monday. I'm gonna see y'all on Sunday, obviously for the watch list. All right. So we'll see what's brewing for the week there as well. I'll be right back here on live. And again, man, y'all enjoy yourself. Go have some fun. Go play around. Go get something to eat. I'm about to go get something to eat right now. Matter of fact, no, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say it. Y'all have a good one though. All right. Remember, invest smart, Live free. I'll see y'all next one. Peace.